If this motherfucker's asleep still and he doesn't show up, I'm gonna be fucking furious.
He will be late this time, instead of me.
You'll still be late in my heart.
I'm 4 minutes early. What the fuck are you talking about?
What are you eating?
Summer roll.
Cinnamon roll.
My grocery store has like cinnamon rolls you can buy like pre-made, and then you just heat them up in the microwave.
Awful.
They're really good.
I'm gonna keep pinging him until he wakes up.
If he's late, I'm gonna spoil his gift.
Ooh.
Ooh. This motherfucker.
This son of a bitch.
Don't you have his number?
Where? Shut up, you. Hello? Hello? Are we live? Sir?
PM?
I don't know if PM picked up, but someone definitely picked up. I went for about 25 seconds before I hung up. I might have just woken him up.
Let's hope.
That'd be fucking funny.
Dude, are you recording?
Am I recording?
You did.
I answered.
I couldn't hear you at all.
Well, I was going hello, hello, and I was hearing you.
I couldn't hear you for some reason.
Oh.
Are you recording?
No. Sorry, I was at the PC the entire time. It's just that I was in the middle of a game and I got distracted.
Are you recording on OBS, Carl?
Of course I'm recording on OBS, you idiot.
Okay, good.
All right, we can clap if we want to.
Oh man, I was gonna run a whole bit, and it's ruined now.
Well, it's not my fault that your shitty phone can't fucking hear me.
Well, it's not my fault that you're stupid.
Yeah, okay. Whatever. It's my first time, so it's not every time.
What?
It's my first time being late for the podcast.
Yeah, well, I mean, you can say it's your first time.
I mean, it literally is. It was literally the first time I've ever been late.
I don't know about that. All right,
okay.
3, 2, 1.
It didn't hurt that time.
Oh, you didn't hurt your bone spur.
No, I didn't. It's on my fucking ring finger, and I don't know why. I don't know
Welcome
how
everyone to another episode of DipShips, the legitimate boating podcast. I'm your host, Captain Calamity Carl. Joining me as always are my wonderful co-hosts, Rear Admiral PM.
Yo, what's up?
And Nick Jordan, Superfan Jordan. Wait.
And Nick.
I had a whole bit ready to just like.
No! I'm the stupid one now.
Yeah, exactly. First off, we established last week that the bit's done. It's over now. We revealed the bit. There's no more bit anymore. He can be the poop deck squabber or whatever the fuck he is.
And Ensign Jordan.
Who? What?
What?
I don't
Ensign.
Ensign. What the fuck is Ensign?
Ensign these nut? I don't know what this bit is. I don't know what this bit is.
It's an actual term.
Ensign.
I forget how to spell it. I think there's an E at the start.
I'm confused.
ENSIGN.
Okay, I don't care how it's spelled. What does it mean?
A flag or standard, especially a military or naval one, indicating nationality. I'm a flag?
Ensign is a junior rank of a commissioned officer in the armed forces of some countries, normally in the infantry or navy. If you used fucking Google and used your eyes, you would learn.
Motherfucker, that's the second definition on Google.
The very first one I see on the exact side of Google right now, I will show you, this right here. Ensign, armed force ranking.
I will show you that this is what's showing up for me.
Well,
you dumb bitch.
I don't know why I read military history as Hillary Clinton. I don't know why I did that.
What?
But my eyes did that. I think I need glasses.
I think you need glasses.
Yeah.
I think we should start the podcast.
I think we
Hello,
started
everyone.
already.
Welcome to another exciting episode of DipShips. I, as always, am your host, Captain Calamity Carl, and joining me, as always, are my wonderful co-hosts, Rear Admiral PM.
Yep, that's me.
And Nick Jonas Superfan Jordan.
The bit's done. That's why we did the second intro. The bit's done. I'm in. I was gonna
How's
make
everyone's week going?
I was gonna make a funny instead of saying hello. I was gonna ask what a bone spur was.
A bone spur, to my knowledge, is basically when you have a bone and then like a bone grows out of it. It's like a bone lump. It's like a permanent bone bruise.
Oh my god.
It's basically like a callus, but instead of like on your skin, it's on your bone.
Bone.
I don't like that.
Yeah, I don't like it either, and I have one, so I got to live with it now. I could get surgery for it, but fuck it.
I had surgery on a bone.
I've been under the knife plenty of times. I don't need it anymore.
I think you need to have higher priorities besides your bone spur for surgery right now.
What is that? Oh, my back. Yes, that's right. It's like, what? Wait, what are you talking about? Yeah, I don't know. Whoa.
I got a new phone.
Yeah, I saw. Congratulations, I guess. What were you,
bitch.
What were you on before?
A iPhone 8 Plus from 2018.
And what are they up to now?
13 Pro Max.
Oh, okay.
Ugh.
I waited a long time to upgrade my phone. I was like on a Samsung Galaxy S7 Edge, because Edge. And I don't know. I think the only reason why it's called Edge is because the edge is curved, so you got like a millimeter's worth of extra screen. And I upgraded to a Samsung S20.
Android fam, let's go.
Yeah, let's go.
I don't have much of a choice.
I mean, you do. You either buy Apple or you buy Android. That's the choice.
No, my store only gives me the option for Apple, I believe.
Go to a different store. What are you doing?
I'm not the one paying for the phone bill.
I see. Daddy's money.
I mean, I'm the one paying for the phone. I just don't pay for the bill.
Jordan's got to pay off his daddy. How was your week, PM?
Yesterday was probably one of my top 10 most infuriating days ever that I've lived. And I've had a lot of infuriating days. Let's see. How do I want to start this off? Let's start from the very beginning, I suppose. So I have a part-time that I work 6 days a week, Saturdays included. Saturdays is my least worried about day because I can show up there at any point. As long as I'm there before 7 o'clock in the morning to get the place done and clean so that the kitchen workers can work in the kitchen, it's all good. So yesterday I show up at work at 5 o'clock in the morning and I see the lights on and I go, oh no, what's going on here? So I go in and the lady that usually works there during the weekdays that shows up at 5 o'clock in the morning is there and already halfway through her work. Oh God, I'm so sorry. If I knew you were going to show up, I would have, come early and finish everything so I wouldn't be in your way. And she's like, oh, no, it's fine. No problem. Do your thing. I'll get out of your way. I'm like, okay, fine, cool. So I put my my earbuds in to listen to podcasts or whatever. And while there's a break in whatever I'm listening to, I hear her talking shit about me. Thinking that I can't hear her, but she's going off calling me a fat ass, telling me that my shoes are bad. Why are you making fun of my shoes? So what if they got a hole in them? These are my work shoes. Anyway, so I'm like, you know what? Fine, whatever. I'm already pissed off because this lady's fucking talking shit behind my back to my face. Because I'm literally like 5 feet away from her, and she think that I can't hear her thinking I'm listening to music, but I can clearly hear everything she's saying. She's talking mad shit. I'm like, fine, whatever. So yesterday at the part-time was also payday. So my boss usually shows up around 8 o'clock on Saturdays. I'm like, okay, cool. I'm completely done my work. Motherfucker doesn't show up until almost 10 o'clock, so I'm already pissed off because, one, I'm hungry. I haven't eaten all fucking day. And two, even if I wanted to go out and grab food, I have no money. So I need this paycheck. I need to cash in this paycheck so I can go and fucking grab food. So he finally shows up. He shows up with his little this little piece of shit grandson of his. Now, this is my first time meeting him, and he left a horrible impression on me at fucking Jump Street. All right, so let me explain. So this kid must be anywhere between the ages of 12, 14, right?
Mm-hmm.
So this kid, he goes to the office area. There's this huge like dining table where they have their breaks and meetings and shit, right? This motherfucker at the edge of the table sets up like an entire PC setup. Now, when I say entire PC setup, I mean a monitor, a tower, a full key, everything. This motherfucker, he's got his full gaming setup right in the middle of this fucking Italian sandwich place.
Okay, PM, do you remember when I had to set up my PC in like my kitchen at one point?
Yes.
Was it like that?
Pretty much. Yeah, pretty much. Like in the middle of like all of the materials that they use for their day-to-day, like all of the spices, all the kitchen knives and forks and stuff for the customers. Literally a full PC setup right in the middle of all of that.
What the fuck?
Meanwhile, my boss is yelling at his grandson to wash his hands, eat his bagel so he can go and fucking clean the front tables, right? and this kid's got the fucking zoomies because he is running back and forth like a fucking madman. I don't know why. He's just and this is why I hate children. They are way too fucking happy. They are way too happy living out their day to day. It's like, motherfucker, life needs to hit you hard right now because you are enjoying life way too much right now. So this kid's got his zoomies running back and forth. And my boss is yelling at him, wash your hands, eat your bagel. Wash your hands. He said it like 20 times. And now I laughed to myself. Like this morning, I was in the shower. And I'm laughing to myself just going, wash your hands, eat your bagel. Wash your hands, eat your bagel. So this kid's got his bagel and he's got a hot coffee or a hot chocolate, right? Sitting on the edge of the table. This little prick, I bring up the zoomies because he's running around back and forth, not washing his hands, not eating his bagel, and he knocks over his hot chocolate right onto me because I'm standing at the edge of the table next to his PC setup, and they call it hot chocolate for a reason because this shit was scalding, and it fell right on top of my dick. Right on the crotch area.
Come on.
It is scalding. Now, my boss immediately upset at the grandson, and he starts scolding him in a way that's like, first off, like, apologize to Phil. You know, he's been working with me for whatever. And he's incredibly apologetic. Thinking that, I might sue the kid. I'm like, motherfucker, I don't want to sue your kid. I want to pile drive him into the center of the Earth's core. And this kid, he doesn't give a fuck. You think he's sorry about spilling hot chocolate on my dick? No, he's more worried that he almost spilled hot chocolate on his fucking gaming setup than onto me. So I'm like, boss, please, just give me my fucking check so I can leave. I've got scalding hot chocolate on my dick. I'm so hungry. I'm so tired. Just give me my check. And then my boss just starts talking about fucking COVID and how the vaccine's a hoax and how Bill Gates is trying to chip all of us. He's trying to cull the population. I'm like, boss, just please, just give me my check. I'm so hungry. I'm so defeated. I'm so tired. I'm so burned. Like I feel like my crotch area chafing because now it's just wetness and burning, and I'm just so hungry. I'm like, please, I want to go home and crawl into bed. So he gives me my check. I finally leave, and I'm like, no, I can't walk another step, without ingesting food. So I look on my bank app, and it turns out, oh shit, I have a little bit of money. I'm gonna go to McDonald's and have my cheat meal. And here we go, segueing straight into this week's segment of Cheat Meal.
Oh, let's go.
So I went to McDonald's. I grabbed myself a 2 breakfast burritos and a coffee and a hash brown.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so how do I start this off? So in the middle of the street, there's like these the city of Toronto set up these like dining areas because they wanted to encourage people to go to restaurants during the pandemic, but they didn't want people eating inside the restaurants, right? Because of COVID. So they have all of these like wooden blocked off areas so that people can stand there and eat, right?
Yeah.
So I'm standing there. It was raining a little bit yesterday, so one of these places has like those gazebo tents. So I'm standing underneath one of those with my food propped up on the wooden barricade. So I start eating my meal. I break open one of the breakfast burritos. First off, McDonald's, you're giving me way too much salsa. You get like these small tiny burritos. I order 2. They give me 4 giant ass packets of salsa. 1 packet is enough for 2 burritos. And I don't know what these packets are made of, like fucking titanium or whatever. They're impossible to break into without a pair of scissors.
I hate those things.
Please, just make the packets open easy. Please, I'm begging you.
Just give me the dipping sauce packets.
Yeah, exactly. Just
give me those.
Give me something dippable, not something terrible. So I'm fumbling with a packet of fucking hot sauce or salsa. They gave me fucking shit tons of extra salsa, so I just grabbed the rest and put them in my back pocket. And I'm trying to open the salsa to put it on my first breakfast burrito. And then all of a sudden, this fucking prick on a motor scooter zooms past right in front of the barricade on the street, and he just grabs my bag of McDonald's and fucking rides off with it.
What?
Motherfucker
What do you mean?
Motherfucker just stole my food.
What do you fucking mean?
Really?
Do I need to spell it out for you? Somebody just stole my fucking food.
You don't. We're just in disbelief.
No, I just.
But there's there's a saving grace. There's a light. There's a stoplight right, like half a block away, and he's gonna get stuck at the fucking stoplight, and I'm gonna tackle him off his fucking motor scooter and beat the shit out of him for trying to steal my food. So I start running after him. He's almost at the light, and I'm almost right fucking behind him, and the light turns green, and he fucking runs off, and he drives off, and to just solidify my shitty day. He screams. He looks around and screams, "I'm trying to help you lose weight," and he drives off into the distance. What a fucking dickhead!
What an ass! Carl, you can never let PM live with you. He will give you this energy at all times.
So I managed to get half a burrito or a whole burrito. But yeah, I paid almost $10 for a meal. I probably ate like $2 worth of it.
Oh,
before
God.
this motherfucker just stole everything. Not everything. I still had my coffee and 1 burrito and 4 packets of salsa to my name. That's all I had.
You should, if he was able to be stopped, you should have poured that salsa in his eye.
I was gonna tackle him off his fucking motor scooter and wail on him. I was gonna beat the ever loving shit out of him.
I don't blame you. I would have.
And I would have loved a cop to fucking try and stop me, because I would have told him the whole thing. And
You don't
like,
fuck with a fat guy and his food.
Exactly. Here's the thing. I'm trying my best to lose my fat guy energy, but even though I'm on the skinny guy path, you never fuck with a fat guy's food. You don't do it, because they will. If they catch you, they will wallop the shit out of you. I promise.
Fat guys are scary.
Yeah, damn right.
So I'm not done. My day hasn't been complete.
Oh my
my
god!
day hasn't been complete.
Kidding me?
No,
That wasn't
God,
the climax.
No. So here I am, defeated. One burrito, a pants full of salsa, and I'm like, all right, fuck it. I'm gonna go deposit my check now at the bank. So I wait for the streetcar. The streetcar shows up. I get on the streetcar. I go to sit down, and I'm like, ew. I just sat in something wet. Ew, oh God. I get up and I don't see anything on the seat. I'm like, what the fuck? But I feel wetness in the back of my pants. First, it was the front of the pants. It started with wetness at the front of the pants.
No.
And now all of a sudden there's wetness in the back.
Oh, man.
So I go to touch my ass, and yes, there is in fact wetness. I'm like, where is this wetness coming from? And then I realize, oh fuck, I just sat on all the packets of salsa that I had in my back pocket. And they all fucking exploded. Three packets worth of salsa just exploded in the back of my pants pocket. And it's not over yet. It's not over yet.
Then I got to the bank, and then someone started robbing the bank and took my check and left.
And then I got on a boat and they said, go now, go now, go now.
No. It's so much worse. At that moment, I realized with my pants full of fucking ass salsa that my check was also in my back pocket.
No!
So I reached in to the broken pieces of salsa packets, and then I went, oh God, oh no, and I pulled out my salsa drenched check. The ink's all smeared. You can't see the amount. You can't see my name. The only thing you can see is a signature. And I'm already halfway to the bank, and I'm like, okay, I'm gonna go to the bank to see if they'll accept this.
They didn't, huh?
No, they didn't. I got to the teller, and they're like, "Is this a joke? Are you kidding us right now? Please leave. Please get out of our. Get out of our store, our bank."
Did you go back to your part-time to see if he could rewrite the check?
Yes, I did. So I go back. I go back to the part-time. I'm like, boss, I'm having a really bad day. Can you? And I explain to him the whole situation. And the little shit grandson is pissing himself laughing. And I'm like, I would, if you were not my boss's grandson, I'd fucking hurt you so bad. But you're fucking lucky. You were lucky you were born into this family. So he goes into his checkbook to write me a new check. Motherfucker's out of checks. I'm like, no. And he's like, I can't leave here right. I'm like, oh, you damn sure can leave here right now. Your bank is 5 minutes away. I know we share the same bank. Get in your car. You're going to drive me to the bank, pick up checkbooks, and write me a new check. It's the least you can do for having your grandson scald my fucking dick with 3rd-degree burns. And he goes,
Oh my God.
Yeah, okay, get in the car. So we got into his car, we go to the bank, he grabs his check, more checks, and he writes me a check, and he drives me home. I'm like, okay, good.
Happy ending.
Yes, it's finally over. It's finally over.
Your
then-
whole life.
and
oh
then-
my god.
I guess that night I also got almost attacked by an owl, but not sort of, kind of, not really.
What?
So I say sort of, almost, not really attacked by an owl because it looked like the owl was going to attack me, but it turns out it wasn't attacking me. It was going after its food.
Okay.
So late at night, I'm out for a walk in my local neighborhood. And
So your neighborhood.
in my neighborhood, there lives a hoarder. You can tell that they're a hoarder because
I think everybody's neighborhood has at least one.
yeah,
Hi, it's me.
but this is like, no, Carl, you have nothing compared to this dude.
I'm sure.
This dude must be like 6 years old, 400 pounds.
6?
6?
60, sorry.
Oh my god, like 6 years old, 400 pounds?
Sorry, I thought it said
Holy
60.
shit.
I
That's
got
a
to
fat ass baby.
I got to 6 and just stopped. But no, this dude's car is jam-packed. Other than the driver's seat, you cannot see the inside of his car because it is straight up to the roof of the car, filled with just like utter nonsense and garbage. Like
Who gave that 400-pound 6-year-old a car?
like a fucking like puzzles and mugs and fucking like coffee trays and just like utter nonsense garbage.
When there's just random coffee mugs in the car, you know they're a hoarder.
So the front of this dude's place is covered with like lawn ornaments and wind chimes and like gnome statues and stuff, right? Mm-hmm. And every day I walk by there and there's something new, like some new piece of lawn decoration, right? And I walk by this person's place and I see an owl statue. I'm like, oh shit, that owl statue looks almost identical to the one that I have. And I'm walking and I'm staring at this owl statue. And as I'm walking, I'm realizing, oh, this thing is looking at me. It's staring directly, like right into my soul. It's like it's looking at me as I'm walking past. And then I realize, oh fuck, that's not an owl statue. That's a real ass owl. I'm like, oh shit, and I'm pogging over this fucking owl because I never seen an IRL owl, right?
Oh, you always pog over animal.
And then I realize as I'm pogging, I'm like, oh no, this has happened before. And I get into a panic because I realize like every time I start pogging over a bird, it attacks me, right? And then the owl spreads its wings and takes flight and starts flying towards me, and I panic and I fall. I just fall. I just fall backwards, right? And then I realized that the owl wasn't attacking me. There was a fucking rat, just a regular street rat, just running across the street. And if the owl swooped down, grabbed the rat, and flew off into the night. Like, oh, good, it wasn't after me this time. And that's it. Yeah, yesterday was a day.
I feel bad.
It sure fucking sounds like a day. Jesus Christ.
I'd feel bad if it wasn't content.
It's great content.
I feel bad about the food mainly, just because that was a net loss on everything.
Yeah,
I'm glad it was.
At least I got $2 worth of food. Oh, and I got attacked by a crackhead this week, but whatever.
We're not telling that story here.
So,
that one was real.
I've been thinking about it because it happened on Monday. And I've been trying to see if I can spin it in a way to make it funny. And I really can't because it was actually like genuinely kind of terrifying. Yeah, I just got attacked by a crackhead. Thankfully, like there was a group of guys there and they managed to save my life by distracting him so I could run away.
Yeah, no, that shit was scary from what you've told us.
Yeah. Pro tip to anybody coming to Toronto. Don't go to Queen Street at night. Well, during the day also, but especially at night, because Queen Street is, like, ever since I was a child, it's been synonymous with, like, crime and crackheads and stuff. And it's a shame because it's a really pretty neighborhood, and it's gotten a lot better over the years, but it's still just crime-ridden and filled with homeless people with, like, exposed pieces of their skull on crack, looking to fucking start a fight over literally nothing.
Literally nothing.
Literally nothing. I got off the streetcar, looked both ways to cross the street. He thought I was looking at him, and that started the whole thing. So yeah, that's been my week. Other than that, I've been the reason I was late for today's podcast is I've been playing Inscription.
Oh, okay. I can't blame you then. That's fucking good shit.
Inscription is that like horror-ish card game by Devolver Digital, or they published it. Yeah,
one of the two.
It's fantastic. I there's been this thing over the years that I've been noticing that that a lot of people like poo-poo on card games, and I don't know why, because card games are one of my favorite genres. And I'm not talking like TCGs like Pokemon and Yu-Gi-Oh! I'm talking like
stuff like Chain of Memories and
like Chain of Memories, Slay the Spire, Inscription now.
Is Darkest Dungeon card game?
No. I wouldn't say it's card game. But yeah, there's been like people have just been poo-pooing over card. I guess I haven't played any shitty card games because all of the ones like that I've mentioned have been like stellar. Like Slay the Spire.
You mentioned Chain of Memories.
I like Chain of Memories. I like both versions of Chain of Memories. What can I say? I like bad games.
Yeah, that's fair.
I don't know what it is. I think people just see card and get nervous for some reason.
It depends.
I understand that it's like it's more luck based than skill based, but there also is skill involved because you need to know what to play when. And I don't know. I guess people are too hung up over the luck aspect where they have no control over it. But like Motherfuckers, I'm one of the most unluckiest people on the planet. If the last 25 minutes haven't told you, haven't described how unlucky I can be, I'm generally unlucky, but my luck doesn't deter me from card games whatsoever.
Speaking of games that like have cards as central mechanics but are like different games, I'm really excited for that one first-person shooter that's a card game.
Oh?
It's called Neon White.
Haven't heard of it.
Oh, is that a card game thing?
Yes, I did see this. Yes, it was at E3. I do remember this.
This game looks sick, and it
does look really good.
I like the art style.
It's got Steve Bloom in it.
Oh, Bloom?
I'm willing to bet it's going to be good.
I hope so.
I can't really think of any other card games that I've played that are like how you described card games.
One Step from Eden is basically Mega Man Battle Network. But instead of like an open story, it focuses mainly on like the battles of Battle Network. Also, you can include Battle Network as a card game. I would consider it a card game
technically,
because you have a deck that you randomly draw from and you use that to battle.
Yeah,
there's
a card game.
There's also just like a strategic grid. I can't talk. All right, I'm sorry. Like a grid element to it. Yeah, the Star Force and the Battle Network series. Yeah, man, I love card games. You can blame the original Pokemon card game for that. Actually, no, you can blame like straight up like what are they called? Playing cards. Playing cards. You can blame playing cards for that. I love cards in general.
I've had some wonderful food issues akin to some of yours, PM, the last week.
Oh, really?
Literally multiple times.
I saw the thing from last night trying to order McDonald's.
Yeah. I don't think DoorDash likes me. I don't think we're ever getting a DoorDash sponsorship. Because I'm about to shit talk them quite a bit.
All right, go for it.
I think, what was it? It was after our last recording. I ordered Popeyes. And I was like, okay, I'm going to get some shrimp, some fries, some mashed potatoes, and just 2 pieces of chicken.
Mm-hmm.
They arrived with my order after about an hour, handing me a little like container that had biscuits, had a biscuit and a handful of shrimp sitting on top of it, and a box that was just full of fries and nothing else.
Oh,
half of my order isn't even here. What happened to everything? So I like contacted DoorDash like, hey, I didn't get half of my fucking order and they refunded me. I went, okay, all right, that's fine. Yesterday I went to order Angry Orchard.
What the hell is that?
And a bottle of Coke.
The hell is Angry Orchard?
It's a hard cider.
Oh, okay.
I ordered that from 7-Eleven because they let you, like, as long as you're of age, get alcohol delivered to you.
Mm-hmm.
So the guy showed up. He's handing me everything. He's like, all right, I just need you to sign here and we'll be good. I said, okay. I started signing my name. My name starts floating up his fucking screen and floating away while I'm signing.
Okay.
And I'm like, what is... I keep like trying... I like keep writing my name. It just keeps floating up off the line. As I'm writing, I'm like, what is going on? It won't let me like hit continue. We're sitting down there about 10-15 minutes before I was going to start the stream I was doing. It's just like, how the fuck? Like, it's not letting... We're both like, why isn't this working? And eventually he just goes, I'm going to take a picture of your license and just show them that I dropped it off to you. I was like, yeah, okay, that works. So that got taken care of. Not immediately after, a couple hours after, pretty drunk, just like, I want McDonald's. Placed an order for a Big Mac with some fries.
As you do.
And a 10-piece nugget. I'm like, this is going to help me sober up before I go to bed, along with a bunch of water, a lot of water. My Dasher sat at the McDonald's for about 40 minutes. 20 minutes into that 40 minutes, he called me and was like, hey, yeah, I've been sitting here for a minute. They haven't like given me anything yet. I'm just gonna keep waiting. And I was like, all right, yeah, no problem. So we kept waiting and waiting. And then I checked DoorDash after that, and he drove like away from McDonald's, went, oh, he must have picked up my order. And then I get the notification, order canceled.
Oh.
McDonald's has canceled your order. And they are currently closed. I went, what the fuck?
Aren't they?
This is a 24-hour McDonald's.
Yeah, I was about to say, aren't they usually 24 hours?
Not all of them, but yeah, they're at least usually.
Jordan, all of the ones by me are labeled 24 hours.
Oh yeah, you live in New York. That makes sense.
Yeah, the only McDonald's that I haven't seen that aren't open 24 hours are usually the ones in malls.
They just decided to let this guy wait for my order outside of the McDonald's for about almost an hour before telling him, no, actually, we're not making it. We're closing.
Cool.
They made an hour, made him wait. I'm like, are you
That poor dude.
fucking joking?
Should order.
I was so
you should
mad.
order from my McDonald's because usually they have like 30 motherfuckers waiting outside for their food at like 4 o'clock in the morning.
Man,
Sorry, I went and got it today.
the worst like food experience I've had recently is I went to Wendy's and they put mustard on my Baconator when I asked for ketchup. Maybe I'm just lucky.
I feel so fucking bad for you, baby boy. You want me to refill your baba and change your diety?
No.
Give you burpees?
That's an exercise.
It is an exercise. I meant patting your back until you burped, but yeah, that is an exercise. You're right.
I haven't done burpees since high school.
Hello, everyone. This is your captain speaking. Thank you all so much for listening to episode 6 of DipShips, and I hope you're all enjoying it so far. I'm just cutting in real quick to, do the usual housekeeping sort of things that we have usually around this part. Thank you to Vidazen on Twitter for our wonderful theme song, Starbird. And thank you to Shibuya Gato and Shura Art for our lovely art assets that you see on the screen and for a lot of our other stuff. Don't forget that we are indeed available on Spotify, Podbean, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Amazon Music, and of course the video version on YouTube. I mean, it's in case you're listening to us on a different one, you don't realize we're on another one. It's in my contract. I have to say it, or else I get the whip. Don't forget to follow us all on our socials at DipShipsPod for updates on the podcast. At The Calamity Carl, that's me. At EXPayline, that's Jordan. And at GFPPM, that's PM. If you have any questions or topics for us for the show, you can send them to DipShipsPod at yahoo.com. That's DIPSHIPSPOD at yahoo.com. Or you can just respond to the tweet that I put out from the DipShipsPod Twitter account, like every Sunday. We go through. Also, make sure you keep an eye out during the week. See if our intern's doing his job of tweeting out during the week. Or I swear, he keeps talking about unionizing. Don't want that. He needs to do his job before he can start thinking about something else. We have some stuff in the works for the future, probably around like episode 10 or so. We're gonna start like pumping that out, but we're working on some stuff behind the scenes. Please get excited for that because we we're a bunch of idiots. We're just trying to do our best, Our best seems to be pretty good because we've reached 1,000 consecutive downloads across each platform, and our YouTube videos are all almost at like 1,000 or so views. So like, hey, thank you guys. Your support means a bunch. Thank you. Like it really means the world to us. We all thought that to us. I can't speak anymore. I fucked up so many of these lines you don't even know. But I mean, it means the world to us. We all thought that like no one would really want to listen. Well, PM thought that no one would really want to listen to us. But we proved them wrong. So thank you all for the support, and please remember that podcasts live or die by word of mouth. So share our podcast with whoever you think will enjoy it. I mean, if you feel like someone in your family would enjoy it, then sure. But I mean, don't sit your mom down and let her listen to me fucking assault you with my awful words. Yeah, that's just about everything. So let's get back into the show now.
Hello. If you're listening to this podcast, then you're either a big fan of boats or a big fan of listening to friends goof off for a few hours. Well then, I have excellent news for you. Yu-Gi-Oh! The show has plenty of boats, And the Millennium Microphone is a podcast where four friends rewatch the show with boats and also goof off for a few hours every other week. It features that Carl guy that you've been listening to here, along with Shora, BioRoxas, and me, Shibuya Gato. Check us out on YouTube, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, or Podbean. We also have a Patreon to see how many seasons people will force us to watch, so go check that out too at patreon.com/millenniummike. If you don't know how to spell millennium, that's 2 L's, 2 N's, and then an MIC at the end. Or you could just Google us. I guess that works too. See you there.
Also, I went to deliver a package through UPS to our dear friend Shibuya Gato. And when I went to make the label, UPS charged me twice for the label.
Oh, yes, I remember this.
Yeah, the first time I put it through and I hit pay, and then it just gave me an error screen, and I went, all right, I can't reload it. I can't get the label. Like, I paid for the label. I saw the money come out.
Yeah.
Where is my label? I called them. They're like, oh, yeah, just go through the process again. You know, it's not going to be an issue. If you paid for it and you don't ship the label, because if you ship the label and they scan it, then that's when they actually, like, charge you.
Okay.
Like, that's when the money is actually ours. We're not giving this back.
Mm-hmm.
So I had to pay for it a second fucking time and go through. I just got the money back, I think, yesterday, day before.
Oh, okay. Well, that's good at least.
And I was like, I can't believe they fucking double charged me for this. I was so mad.
Yeah, at least they didn't charge you 4 times and only give you fucking one order of fucking McDonald's.
That's fair. It was very expensive shipping.
I bet. Yeah, from fucking New York to Florida. Yeah. Yeah, Jordan, where's my knob?
Listen, I'm working on it. I've been working the past couple days.
Been trying to push your knob on me for weeks, and now all of a sudden I want your knob, and now all of a sudden no knob.
Okay, listen. They were closed the past 2 days.
Uh-huh.
Mm-hmm.
And
Sundays they usually be closed.
Yeah, I gave you my information like a week ago.
Yeah.
I'm hearing excuses.
Listen, PM. Since it's taking this long, I'm gonna have something special planned in addition to the knob.
Ooh.
Trust me, it's gonna be worth it.
I don't know.
It better be.
The last time that I had motherfuckers send me stuff through the internet was oh god, Carl, what's his name? The British dude on the internet that's always in our chats.
Dracus?
Yes, Dracus. Yes, the Drackbox, the Dreaded Drackbox.
Yeah. He sent me one, and I still have the fucking PAL versions of Agent Cody Banks 1 and 2 on my fucking
what? So Dracus, longtime viewer of ours, he wanted my info like years ago, so he can send me like a box, right?
A box.
Yes, a box full of stuff. In the box was a copy of was supposed to be a copy of Scorpion King, a PAL version of the movie, a bunch of like candy and a nice handwritten letter, right? Mm-hmm. But in the last apartment that I lived at, all of the packages that showed up would go to the store underneath. So whenever I had a package come in, I would just go in and be like, "Hey, do you have a package for so and so? That's me. I live upstairs. Can I get the package?" The Drackbox never showed up.
Oh.
So I told Dracus, like, "Hey, buddy, I'm I know you sent it, but I never got a Drackbox ever." And he goes, "Don't worry, I got you covered. I'm gonna send you another box." This motherfucker, he sends me another box, and I eventually do get the box. There is a video of an old video of it of me opening the box on my fucking Twitter. I open the box. A whole bunch of mess shows up. Happens. Carl, for the video version of the podcast, go and grab that video and put it up on screen.
The following clip contains loud wind. I am sorry it must be this way, but PM is stupid and smells bad and has a tiny penis.
Just let them fall out a little bit. Well, if there's Well, there's spiders all over the place now.
Oh, you gotta be fucking kidding me. I open the box, a whole bunch of fucking travesty happens. I look at the package and it's a copy of the fucking core. And I'm like, I'm so offended that this motherfucker sent me the core. And then, like, years later, was it years? I don't know. It was a long time later. I'm preparing to move, and my landlord calls me, the owner of the store downstairs, and he's like, "Hey Ben, I got this package for you. Do you want it?" I'm like, "Yeah, of course I want this package." And I've completely forgotten about the Drackbox at this point, and I go, like, "What the fuck is this package?" I open it, and it's the original Drackbox. Unfortunately, he had sent me like a bunch of candy that all horribly expired. It just mold everywhere. But fortunately, I did get my copy of the Scorpion King. But the motherfucker sent me Scorpion King 2. I wanted the original Scorpion King because that had the motherfucking Rock in it. It had Dwayne Johnson in it.
Scorpion 2 doesn't have the Rock?
Yeah, no. They made like 6 Scorpion King movies. Only the first one has the Rock in it.
What the fuck?
I think the second Scorpion King might have like a CG Rock that appears for like a couple seconds. So yeah, I got my copy of Scorpion King 2, a beautiful like handwritten letter that I have to this day, and just like a bunch of horribly expired candy.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
You know, speaking of The Rock, I've been binging a lot of like solo wrestler history videos over the like last couple days.
Oh yeah.
For someone who like didn't live in the era, I had no concept of how big The Rock was in his time at the WWE.
The Attitude Era was to a lot of people that lived through that era is the best era of wrestling. Because there was like the Golden Years, the Attitude Era, the Ruthless Aggression Era, the PG era, and then whatever era you want to label it now. I think we're back in the rest. No, actually, the wrestling's actually fairly good, especially with AEW around. I think we're now in like a new war era, which I'm excited for. I love competition, especially between wrestling shows, and they're like AEW have topped certain WWE events and shows, so it's looking good for AEW. Keep it up.
That CM Punk entrance was just insane.
I haven't watched anything I watch AEW for like the first month, and then I just stopped watching wrestling altogether in general. Just because like not having crowds was like, I didn't think it would affect me, but it really affected me. I think the last wrestling related thing that I saw was like night 1 of WrestleMania from like 2 years ago.
Well, crowds are back.
Yes,
so
crowds are back.
I'd recommend catching some AEW because that Kenny Omega versus Bryan Danielson fight was incredible.
I bet. Yes. Jordan, have I told you about the best anime of all time?
What's that?
The best anime of all time. Now, you would think that I would say it's Bleach or My Hero or whatever other shonen crap that I enjoy. But no, the best wrestling or the best anime to ever exist is Wrestling at Double Speed. Wrestling at Double Speed is the best anime of all time, and you cannot tell me otherwise.
I'm gonna put on that Kenny Omega match at Double Speed later tonight, and I'll see what you mean.
It is like everything looks like it hits harder. It's like I can't describe it. You seriously sit down and watch it for yourself. Yes.
Now you said Wrestling at Double Speed, and I was like, I've never heard of that anime before. I'm gonna have to look it up. And then I realized that you meant watching wrestling at 2 times the speed.
Yes. No, there's no anime actually called Wrestling.
I was like, wow, that's a really good name.
That is actually a pretty good name.
I think I only caught a couple of WWE shows where they didn't have a crowd. But one of the I caught one of the first ones, and it was when they had American Badass Undertaker fight, I think, AJ Styles in a graveyard.
Yeah, but that match was designed to not.
That.
It was a pre-recorded match, so of course it was not going to be a crowd. It's one of Undertaker's best matches.
It's
in
so
the last
good.
like 10 years. It's fantastic. It kind of removed the whole. Am I really going to do wrestling talk? Yes, I am. Undertaker had a match with Goldberg, and you would think that's like a dream match, right? But because these two guys are very old and far past their prime, they had a match at the one of their Saudi shows, Crown Jewel, and it did them no justice. It was a horrible match. I think Goldberg like concussed himself, and that kind of ruined the rest of the match. It was a short match. It was like a sub 5-minute match, but it's like one of their worst wrestling matches like ever, and it kind of tarnished their legacy a little bit. It was that bad.
I've seen a lot of talk since like the streak ended and like that match he had with Roman that the Undertaker should just retire.
Listen, if you were going to wrestling opinions, so I kind of agree with WWE deciding to end the streak with Brock Lesnar because Brock
Lesnar's a freak.
Yeah, Brock Lesnar is a freak, and to establish more so that freak status, that would have been the proper move. But it should have like stayed there. And the whole thing with Roman is tarnished because they wanted to push Roman as the company's new main babyface, but the crowd was not happy. It's so sad that the thing that Roman Reigns needed to get over with the crowd was to get cancer. Roman literally needed to get cancer to get over with the crowd, and it's sad.
I feel bad for the dude.
I feel really because he got leukemia like partway through. Like I think he had the belt and he announced to the crowd that he had leukemia, so he had to drop the belt.
It was like mid 2019, I think.
Yeah, and it was super sad, and it's kind of funny in hindsight because he came to the ring and people were booing, and then he left the ring and people were like sad and cheering. It's like, oh man, we hate you, but like, we don't actually want you to like have cancer and die. Yeah, and it's sad. But Roman is great now. He's
turned heel, hasn't he?
Yes, he turned heel, and
basically,
and he needed to turn heel like a lot longer ago. And he's fantastic now. I love his character. He's like a head of the family type of like mafia sort of character.
I'm glad he finally found a direction that like got him over with the crowd.
An erection?
Yes, we all look for that erection that gets over with the crowd.
I think the D in my sentence cut out. Wow, that is a bad sentence.
Mm-hmm. Yep,
that's great.
It sure did.
Let's get off this topic.
Yes,
I have unfortunate news for you guys.
Okay.
I'm a cookie fucker.
Oh my God.
Come on.
I do not want to talk about cookies because they're going to fucking appear on my phone. I'm going to get ads.
Look at her!
No, I refuse.
Choco bonbon!
I refuse. I'm clicking play.
She got
Why is it so
cake?
loud? It's so loud.
It's really loud. I don't know why.
What the fuck?
Look at this. Like, fucking, I'm sweating.
Why are they designed like this?
Why is this
Cookies got me acting up?
Why is this cookie got a fatter ass than I do? What is going on?
Why did they give this cookie fucking cake? It don't make no sense.
All right, Carl, talk to me about cookies. What's the actual game like?
I haven't played the game.
Oh, then what are you talking about? What are you talking about?
I went to download. There's apparently 3 of them.
Oh, okay.
So I picked one and went maybe this one, and it ended up being the Infinite Runner, and I uninstalled it almost immediately.
Okay.
And I went, I'm just gonna stare at the cookies. I'm just gonna look at the pictures. I don't need to play this.
I have such a vendetta against these fucking cookies.
I do too. I want this to have never existed.
It's brought out the worst in you.
It's made me a monster.
Well, cookies are ever popular now. Fucking like what's that VTuber group? HoloLive did a fucking like sponsorship stream with like 2 of the biggest English VTubers that they have, and it's like now they're going to skyrocket in popularity.
Shout out to Mountain Dew.
Why?
What?
One of my favorite YouTubers who was one of the founders of HoloLive.
Oh, okay.
I think it's HoloLive.
I think he has a different promote. I think that's a different promotion you're thinking of.
I think you're thinking of the Sojo.
Maybe it might be V Shoujo. You know what? Shout out to him anyway because I love Mountain Dew.
I like Code Red.
That's no.
What?
No.
What? No.
I haven't branched out to many sodas besides
It
like
is Vichojo. Go check out Vichojo.
besides like Coke and like Sprite.
Get a Baja Blast from Taco Bell. It's pretty good.
No, you really don't have to. Like, here's the thing. I've been hyped up by Americans about Baja Blast for the last, like, 20 years. I had my first Baja Blast, like, 2-3 years ago. Most disappointing garbage I ever put in my mouth.
PM.
What?
That's how I felt when I had it, like, a month or so ago for the first time.
Because here's the thing.
And I was like...
America had Baja Blast way before Canada, and then it finally showed up over here. Not at Taco Bell, but the bottles themselves at like convenience stores. I'm like, oh shit, Baja Blast. Let me grab one.
Wait.
It's the most disappointing garbage ever.
So what is Baja Blast? Is it like an icy or is it like a drink?
It's a drink.
It's
Okay.
It's a
You
Mountain
can
Dew
get it
soda.
as an icy at a Taco Bell.
Okay.
What is an
But
icy?
I like a slushy.
Oh, okay.
What is it? I had it for the first time. I was like, it just tastes like fucking color by the foot. That's all it tastes like.
What's color by
Crazy.
the foot?
It's a fruit by the foot flavor.
To me, it tasted like regular Mountain Dew, but somehow watered down. Despite being like not from like a Taco Bell where they actually, I don't know. It's been a long time. Maybe I'm forgetting how it tastes. I don't know. To me, the best Mountain Dew is Code Red. It's specifically from the can. I don't know what they do. I don't know what the difference is between bottle and can, but for some reason it tastes better out of a can than the actual bottle.
Aluminum.
I guess so.
Probably, actually. Hey, we got a couple questions.
Oh, do we? All right.
Oh, fire away.
Let's see. Sebastian.
Where can they send those questions, Carl?
They can send them to DipShipsPod at yahoo.com or look for the tweet on every Sunday before we record. DipShipsPod on Twitter.
DipShips.
Sebastian asks, forget limiting the podcast to just the water boat. Let's hear about space boats.
Okay.
What?
What are
All
some
right.
of your guys' favorite spaceships?
I assume we're counting fiction.
I would imagine so.
Oh.
I like the Cowboy Bebop ship.
Yeah, the Bebop.
I don't. Is it actually called the Bebop?
Yeah.
Is that why it's called Cowboy Bebop?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've literally only watched Mushroom Samba. That's it. That's the only episode of Cowboy Bebop that I've watched. I don't really have any. I don't like science fiction. It's like my least favorite genre.
Mine is the Space Shuttle Challenger. Let's go to the next question by KZ Excellent on Twitter.
Why?
Must be a fan
Why?
of ours. I've never
God.
heard of this person before.
Okay, here
What's
we go.
up?
If you could make an instrument out of lunch meat, what instrument would it be and what lunch meat would you use? I would make a flute out of bologna. Or like a clarinet out
I
of bologna.
think this question is plagiarized. I think he stole this from Fancy Night. I remember vividly answering this on the multi-tap like fucking 5-6 years ago. I swear to God, I've heard this question before.
I would make a trombone out of turkey.
You know what? I can see it working.
What about you, PM?
I would make a kazoo out of roast beef.
I'm still glad no one went with the obvious of just saying a drum with ham.
That's boring.
So yeah, so glad that no one said anything stupid
Actually,
like that.
no, I take it back. Not roast beef, pastrami.
There you
I
go.
love pastrami.
Let's see. Quigsies asks us, how do you get away with murder? Shibuya Gato asks us, who is your main in Smash and why did you pick them up? Give me a reason for your puff sins, Carl. I did it as a joke and now it's real.
Joker Kinney.
Ew.
At least you know.
I'd say DDD. DDD's who I always go back to. And I picked DDD mainly because I love the Kirby cast.
Kirby characters are great.
Kirby's always been great. But
Comfort characters.
But the problem with Meta Knight and Kirby himself is that they're too light, and I prefer like medium to heavier characters. So that's why I went with DDD. Plus, I love that DDD can shark. Do you know what that means in terms of Smash?
What?
Sharking.
No?
So sharking is basically where you can hit an enemy from beneath a platform, and not like solid platforms, not just ones that you
Yeah,
can
the
go
ones
through.
you can pass through.
Yeah, you can hit them through solid platforms as well.
Oh, I get what you mean.
Okay.
His up air attack, where he like twirls the hammer for like a multi-hitting move, that move sharks, and it's insane. I love it. Also, I love his down pose. You know when you just hold down and
He's laying down.
and he's posing so you can draw him like one of your French girls.
PM, I saw a cosplayer at MagFest one time who laid down by the fountain in that pose as DDD.
Hell yeah. Nice.
It was really good.
If I'm not really interested in cosplay, but if I ever did, I definitely do like a DDD type thing. I have his build. I'm egg shaped.
You are. Daigato asks us, let's say someone is making a live action Yu-Gi-Oh series or movie. Which season would you choose and what cast would you have? Season 0 counts.
Are we counting? Are we just saying original Yu-Gi-Oh or just the entire franchise?
Yeah, pick a season. Pick whatever the franchise you want.
I think the first tournament in 5Ds could make a good movie.
I was also going to say 5Ds and just have the entire cast of Fast and the Furious as the characters.
I want Vin Diesel as Rex Goodwin.
Hell yeah! Just replace the entire cast. Just replace them with Fast and Furious characters.
I say original.
Ludicrous as you say.
Hell yeah!
I would say original Yu-Gi-Oh! Season 0, and I want Yugi/Yami to be played by Tobey Maguire.
Isn't Season 0 just like Joey's
It's
bully arc where no card games actually happen?
Yeah, it's the arc where Yami Yugi actually fucking murders people.
It's the first part of the actual manga that Season 0
It's
is.
the one where he literally makes Mokuba legally blind at one point. Just for shits and giggles. If you were to... how do I pronounce this? So Zalkanu, I believe.
Alrighty.
If you were to dye your hair, what colors would you all choose?
I did this subconsciously back in the day without even realizing. So I've been a wrestling fan my whole life, and one of my favorite wrestlers growing up was Eddie Guerrero. He tragically passed away, and at the time I was thinking about dyeing my hair, but I wanted like a stupid color like blue or whatever, right? But instead I ended up going with blonde highlights for like the tips.
Frosted tips?
Yes, I had frosted blonde tips because of Eddie Guerrero, because that was his hairstyle, and I had similar hair to Eddie back in the day.
Oh my god.
As of right now, I'd probably go for the same look. Just
I say probably red or white.
just highlights though. I don't want to go through the whole process of
Yeah, I'd like a streak of red or white. That'd be neat.
I've come to realize that I really like the look of like paintbrush hair, where the ends are like black.
Mm-hmm.
So I'd probably go with something like that.
Don't you already have like? Oh no, you're a brunette.
I used to be blonde.
What?
You know what? It shows.
Yeah, you know what? Yeah.
It shows.
When my hair started turning brown when I was like 11, I think. Because I was blonde from like until then.
I really hope that my hair doesn't end up like my mother's side of the family, where by the age of 40 they had completely white hair.
Ugh.
Do you guys want to hear why I grow out my hair so much?
Why?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know how true this is, but my dad once said that he started balding in college.
Okay.
And I refuse to let that happen to me.
It's gonna happen no matter what, buddy.
Yeah.
It'll happen someday, but I don't want it to happen while I'm in my 20s.
I mean, whatever, you do you, but it's gonna happen eventually.
Mind you, I don't get my hair from my dad. I get my hair from my mom because my dad never had hair like I did.
Sakunami D asks, out of all the games you've played, what is your favorite mechanic that was stuck to a terrible game and why? the fucking inventory shit from Kingdom Hearts days. I want that in another game.
So a game mechanic that you loved from a game that you hated?
Yeah, your favorite mechanic that stuck to a terrible game.
This is incredibly tough. You know what? I might just say fucking Chain of Memories from Kingdom Hearts. I love the slate system and the cards, but the actual, like, specifically the Game Boy Advance version. It just playing it kind of felt, but I like the card and the slate system.
Okay, I'm gonna have to go to fighting games for this because they're where I pay attention to mechanics the most. I think I'm gonna say how the tag system works in MVCI.
Well, I thought that you were just gonna say you liked the dating system in Persona 5 and hated the rest of it because it's a garbage game.
Well, you can be wrong about things, and clearly Carl is wrong about this.
I don't know. I trust Carl, so I think his words hold some weight.
No, Persona 5 is pretty alright. I haven't played Royal yet, but I played through all of regular Persona 5. It was a pretty good time.
I booted up original P5, got to the screen where it says... I don't even remember.
You're
what
one of
it
those
says.
people, aren't you? Where you can't accept the fact that this is fiction.
Yeah, I got to that screen and I went, no, I'm too hype. I'll play it later, and then I never played it. And then Royal came out, and at some point I bought Royal without realizing it.
So you did buy Royal. I wasn't sure if you actually did or not.
No, I still don't have proof. I'm just assuming that I bought Royal. It's in my inventory. It's in my fucking library of Sony
downloading
games.
it.
I gotta turn on my PS5 or 4 for that. I gotta switch inputs. That's a lot, man.
It just makes me think of how for so long I was just like, I fucking hate Atlas always like re-releasing games like this when they put out Royal. I was like, I'm not gonna fucking buy Royal. It's just the same fucking game. They added a couple things. This is fucking stupid. I ended up buying the fucking deluxe edition of Royal.
Yeah, you always gotta wait with Atlas games.
Jimmy asks us, you are starting a religion/culture. What are the tenets of your faith? The beliefs.
Thou shalt steal everything but bikes.
Okay.
That's
What would you call this? What would you call this? Not bike stealing religion.
Fugology.
Excellent.
That shall not cheat on your diet on Saturdays. Because that's when all the bad shit happens.
Thou shalt not throw the game for the mythic in Fortnite.
Fuck off.
Thou shalt
Fortnite.
That shalt not have a finger stuck up your ass while receiving a blowjob.
And get a fingernail stuck in there.
No, you don't need to add that part. That part just comes, secondhand. That shall not get shit-faced with thy brethren, or else end up in Florida.
Uh-oh.
Oh.
What happens if we get shit-faced in Florida?
Oh. I guess you'll just end up back home, so I guess you'll be fine.
Just wake up home. How did I get here?
No, you'll wake up in Toronto. and then I gotta deal with you.
I can't really think of one. Thou shalt not talk about Common Rider, Wizard, or Ghost in this house.
I thought Ghost was good.
Ghost.
Like, I've heard all the shit about Wizard, but I like.
It's a split for a lot of people. Some people like it. Some people fucking think it's one of the worst ones ever made.
Clearly, we see where Carl lands on that spectrum.
I don't think it's the worst ever made. I watched Saber. I know pure trash when I see it. They had the same writer.
Yeah.
But I think somehow Ghost ended up being better than Saber did.
Wait.
Fucking wild.
Wait, you say Saber's trash. Didn't you buy the fucking Saber thing? The thing from...
No.
Oh, okay.
I bought a thing from Saber. I didn't buy Saber's thing. I didn't buy the actual Saber belt.
Oh, okay.
It's so funny. Oh, we still got questions.
We have a lot. What were you gonna say, Jordan? You gonna...
Nothing. I got nothing.
I guess it wasn't that funny.
Got him. Mop Drive asks, if you had to wrestle an animal, what animal would you choose? The only limitation on the scenario is the animal must be comparable size and weight to a human being. You can't wrestle a hamster.
Now, knowing my luck, I probably shouldn't pick a bird. Probably should. Well, if it's to be like comparable size and weight, the only thing that I can think of would be like a ostrich. And nah, dude. Nah, I ain't fucking with no ostrich. He'll fucking kill me. Comparable size and weight. I guess the only thing that I can think that I can take on is a kangaroo.
You think you could take a kangaroo?
You will get kicked in the chest and have your entire torso fly off.
Yeah, but I don't want to get like mauled by a bear. Like I don't want to get like clawed and fucking bitten and stuff. Or a tiger or a lion. No.
You know what? I have the perfect out. I would play wrestle with a dog. Because it's not real wrestling. We're just playing around.
I'd play with a wolf.
Now, you see, now you're asking for trouble. You go to a wolf. I would just said a fucking dog.
The stipulation was wild animal.
It just says animal.
Oh, it just says animal? Okay, then I'd play
wrestle an animal.
Then I'd wrestle with my dog then.
Yeah, there you go. Stupid.
Yeah, but of comparable size and weight.
Dogs can be big.
I'm out here trying to fight wildlife. Meanwhile, you pussies are petting your dogs over here. Like, come on.
You know what? A deer. I could wrestle a deer. I could fuck up a deer.
Actually, you know what? I take back my kangaroo. I too will fight a deer.
I'll beat the shit out of a deer. I'll pile drive a fucking deer.
This is an anti-deer podcast.
We're all on agreement. Fuck deers.
Fuck deers.
Get them the fuck out of here.
Next question.
If you had to gamble your life on a bet and get to choose what you win, what would you take that risk for?
Wait.
CSMO's driver.
So, okay. So we're choosing the prize. Okay.
Yeah.
Flat cash. Just a shit ton of money. But it's got to be like big money, like several millions kind of money. If I'm betting my life on it.
You know what? Yeah, no, that. Yeah, that. I think the obvious answer is always just the money.
This motherfucker wanted to bet his life for a fucking toy. Oh my god. Yeah, money.
So, this is on like the same wavelength as PM, but like.
Oh, P. Jenny asked this, by the way. I forgot to say the name of the person who asked the question.
What
was that?
A house. Land that you own.
Yeah, you can
buy that with money.
Yeah, you can buy that with money.
Yeah, but you could run out of money.
Give me $500,000
if you own the land.
You buy the land and then you invest the rest of the money. So the
stipulation. The thing is, you would take the risk for $500,000 yearly.
All right.
Not 500,000, 500 million.
All right, I'll take it.
500 million yearly.
Yeah.
Right, that's the ticket.
Easy.
Yep.
Easy peasy.
Either
no one will give it to you.
Either that, or if I couldn't choose like a material thing like money, like the chance at eternal life for my current life. I'd do that. Immortality.
And Korak92 asks us, if you were isekai'd into a battle royale, what weapon and magic loadout would you take? No choosing godhood or invincibility or anything that would have you win instantly. And would you hunt each other down for sport or support each other until the end?
Now it depends. Are we doing squads or singles? Because if we're doing squads, then yeah, I'll support my boys until the end. If we're doing singles, I'll team up with you, and then once it's just the three of us left, me and Carl will immediately kill Jordan, and then we face off.
I was gonna say I'd get psychic powers and then find the hosts and kill the hosts.
You see, it's great, PM, because I was gonna be like, yeah, I just get us all the way to the end, and then I'd be like, hey, Jordan, and I just shoot him in the leg and be like, good luck, and just walk away from him.
Everybody's so mean to me.
It'd would be fucking funny.
Loadout, I don't fucking know. Give me some sort of firepower, and then give me. You know what? I would be like that one dude from Carl. What was that anime called? With the firebenders, but they were all firebenders. Fire Force. Be the guy with the guns and the firepower.
That's pretty solid.
I would have his kind of loadout where it's just guns and the power of fire, and then like I said, I would support my boys right until the very end. Me and Carl would gang up on Jordan, and then me and Carl would have a fair fight.
Cool. I see how it is. Cool. Time for boat fact.
All right. Wait, are we done with questions?
That was all the questions.
All right, Jordan. Let it be a good one. You better have fucking done your actual homework.
The reason why shipping is called shipping, even on land, is because boats were so instrumental in the hauling of cargo around the world that moving any sort of product to another place, regardless of the travel method, became known as shipping.
Yeah, we relied on boats like a lot back in the day. Actually, even now, we still rely on boats.
Oh, shipping. I don't know why that never clicked.
No, we should have just stayed in silence for the next 2 minutes. All right, cool. Good boat fact. Thank you for not... You need to apologize to Shibuya live on this podcast, Jordan. Because
I'm not apologizing for shit.
You fucking better, because you have one job every week is to bring a boat fact to this podcast. And not only did you ruin a somewhat comparable boat fact / joke, you just straight up didn't do your job last week. So apologize to Shibuya on this podcast live, or else we're not ending.
I apologize to the host of our sister podcast, the Millennium Microphone, Shibuya Gato, for butchering her fact.
There you go, Shibuya.
You also got a plug.
That's her second plug. She
gets a plug in every episode.
Yeah, there's a plug in every episode.
Our producer's messaging me telling me to end the podcast.
All right.
You know what's fucked up? I asked our producer if we could bump up our unpaid intern to like a promotion a little bit. He said no, never.
Why is our producer still never here, by the way?
Yeah, I don't get it.
Why are they not in the server?
Yeah, I was like, you should come into the server. He's no, I don't want to be in there. Why not? You're the producer. No.
And why is the intern not here either? Why are we the only three?
Well, he said the intern shouldn't be in. I don't because they're unpaid, because we don't want them to know the secrets. They can give them away. But they're unpaid.
There's no secrets here. There's a note channel which only I've written in and have never fucking talked about any of these notes. Oh, we forgot to talk about fucking Bean Room again.
Oh, come on.
I just looked at the notes page and I see right there beans, and I still haven't talked about beans.
Yeah,
or my dad with the staple gun
shitty ankle.
and my mom's shitty ankles. I talked about Owl. I talked about the owl.
You did talk about Owl.
Yeah, but that was yesterday. What was Owl on the 17th?
Oh God, do I have a second Owl story, or was that the original thing? I don't remember now.
Oh, I'm getting all the fucking end it messages. Thank you all for listening to another episode of DipShips. I hope you all enjoyed it. We'll see you all on the Nautical Mile.
Toodles.
Don't forget to rate us 5 stars wherever you can, and leave us a comment and review.
Yeah, share the podcast with...
share the podcast.
Only with your closest friends. Don't share this with your family, because this is
I made that
dire.
mistake.
You're so fucking stupid. Thank you all for your support and listening. Thank you. Bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.